If you have to mail your taxes but have questions like these,
What order do these go in, man?
hey, can I drop it in this here mailbox or do I gotta take it to the post office?
Am I supposed to send this with some special tracking?
Then don't worry, I've got you and our friend Roscoe here covered. Welcome to Tax Chit Chat, the place where we talk all things tax all the time. In this quick video, I'm gonna show you the correct way to mail your taxes to the IRS. First, assembling the return. What you're gonna do is you're gonna print out all the forms, schedules, and attachments. You're gonna do this for both your federal and state if applicable. So here we can see all of the forms and schedules associated with this return. You're gonna print everything out, and then on the second page of the return, so this is for Bubba and LaQuisha Johnson, and they make sure that they sign their return and that they date their return. You're gonna place the Form 1040 on the top of the stack, followed by all the other forms, schedules, and attachments behind it. So when you assemble the return, you'll see on the left-hand side either the schedule number or name, or either the form name. But you don't have to worry about those. All you're really gonna do is you're gonna follow the sequence number and just assemble the return going by the smallest number up through into the largest number. So this one, for example, Schedule 13, this is showing that Bubba apparently is an owner of Bubba's Bait and Tackle, and Bubba had profit of $371,000. Man, I am in the wrong business. But you just take all the forms, put them in attachment order, and that's how you assemble the return. You attach any additional statements and put them on the back of your packet, staple the entire packet, usually on the left, and if you have any federal income tax withheld from W-2s, 1099s, or any other forms, you just take those and you staple them to the front of the return. Just the first top page, don't staple all the way through. Next up, assembling the envelope. The next thing you need to know is where to send the return based on your appropriate mailing address. To do this, head over to irs.gov, select File, Where to File, and then Where to File addresses for tax returns by state. Select your state from the list to get the correct address. Now, if you owe and are sending payment, use the R enclosing payment address. If you are owed a refund or you owe and can't send in a payment because you don't have the money, use the are not enclosing a payment address. Since Bubba and LaQuisha live here in Illinois, we're gonna make sure that there's a return address on there, and the Illinois address to mail a return is going to be the Department of the Treasury, Internal Revenue Service, Kansas City, Missouri, 64999-0002. When we mail old returns via our service, filedoldtaxreturns.com, we always send it via USPS certified mail receipt. This is so we have proof of mailing and can track the delivery of the return. So on the certified receipt, you include the address of where you are mailing your piece to. And as a pro tip, we include the name, the year, and the form number in the postmark area. This proves what was mailed should it become a problem with the IRS. You will now have proof of mailing, and you can track your package over at USPS.com via the tracking tool. And now for the secret sauce, my bulletproof method of mailing tax returns. Now, if you mail your return using the steps thus far, you'll be able to prove that you mailed something to the IRS when it was mailed and that it was delivered. But let's face it, the IRS ain't the best with keeping up with mail. Sometimes they lose things, and sometimes this is an issue because you can't prove what was mailed and that they actually did get it. So to prove what was mailed and that they actually got it, we do this extra pro move step. We then include a letter on top of the package like this one. It has the return address, the date, the address that you were mailing to, and then just telling what is going to be inside. And it reads, Dear Service Center Representative, enclosed are the following documents being submitted on my behalf, a list of all forms, attachments, returns, checks, and then you would list them out. So in this case, it would be a 2020 tax return, the attachments, and since Bubba and LaQuisha owed, it would be a check payable to the United States Treasury in the amount. And then it says, please indicate that the aforementioned items are received by marking a copy of this transmittal letter as received via a date stamp and kindly return it to me in the self-addressed stamped envelope that is enclosed. Thank you so much for your assistance and consideration. And then you would sign the letter. This letter goes with the return and will prove what was sent and that it was received once the IRS employee date stamps it and sends it back to you. Never again can the IRS claim that they didn't get your return or they don't know what you sent. It's in the letter and they date stamped that they got it and sent it back to you. Now, the second thing is when you send your mail certified, you're also going to send it return receipt requested. So the thing that you're going to do to complete this is you're going to complete it with your return address. You're then going to include the address of where you're mailing the piece to. You're going to select certified mail, and then on your certified mail piece, you're just going to peel this little guy off right there. You attach it where it says article number transfer from the service label. On the back of this are some little stickies. You would just peel them off, and then on your letter, you take that and you affix it to the back of the letter. So now, not only do you have proof that you mailed your piece, you also have proof of what was inside that has been date stamped by the IRS person, sent back to you so you can prove what you mailed and they received it. And then you have further proof of who received it and when they received it. Now, if you can, the best option to file on a tax return these days is to use e-file. It's fast, easy, and you don't need to take a trip to the post office.
But what if I need help with an old tax return? Can you help me with that?
Sure, Roscoe. Check out this video right here on the steps to take to file an old tax return, and then check out the blog post listed in the description of this video.
Boy, stop!
Okay, you keep earning, keep learning, and just like that, this chat is adjourned.